What's up, guys? Here in this video, I have to I'm just gonna keep ranting about living in this crazy stupid planet, right? I don't know, man, but things has been just getting crazier and crazier and crazier, and it is unbelievable. My brain's about to blow up already, and I cannot take this anymore, right? I know today is December 21st, 2024. When you see this video, you might see some other time or stuff, but it's recorded exactly on that day, right? And I'll try to upload it, as soon as I stop recording this this camera thing, right? Or whatever it is called, right? Because I'm getting I don't want to speak professionally, because I'm just really pissed off about living in this world, and I say that if I live on another planet, maybe life will be like better there too. So man, living on this planet, is unbelievable. Like, I just could not comprehend all these, like, this is so many like crazy things going on around here. Like 2024 just keep getting crazier. I thought 2020 might be I repeat this a million times, but I thought that ever since 2020 has passed by, the 2020 era is like things are only gonna get crazier. 2020 was not the craziest year ever. It was just the beginning of an era. It's just the beginning. And now, we're like here, part 4, part 5, whatever that is, right? And I am not looking forward to 2025, because that's going to be a disaster year. It's going to, after 2025, things are going to get much, much worse, right? You're thinking I'm being crazy or something. I'm not being fucking crazy about this, right? Everything is a joke in this era, right? Well, there's the biggest reason, why, we become laughable now, because our biggest leaders probably, is the biggest joke too. So, yeah, it's important, you have a really good leadership to be successful. So, our biggest leader, whether it's a president or not, he's not taking any kind of responsibility, to help us to make our lives better, right? He's not, man. He or she or whoever that is, right? I don't know, man, but I think living in hell is better than living, on this planet. I think it's honestly better, in my opinion, right? Because now, things are just keep getting worse and worse. I say that ever since we move, into this 2000s era, everything has been getting skyrocketed like crazy, And now, people are like totally different now, they just keep, like, now, everybody's acting like a child. Even, doesn't matter, like, regardless of your age or something like that, right? I thought we used to live in an era where there's full grown men, but now everybody's like running around here becoming a child, right? Everybody does this foolishness and all that stuff, right? Oh my gosh. And this is ridiculous, right? I want to live in the Matrix world, because I hate living in reality, man. Because we're just delusional people, right? Whatever world we live in the Matrix now become a reality. It's fucking insane, man. Like, I couldn't believe this shit happens, I thought that the craziest I'm seeing today, I thought this would never exist. And sometimes things are so crazy that I think in my head, sometimes it's even crazier than reality. When I see reality, sometimes the result's even crazier than I thought, man. Like, this should never be happening, man. This should never. And a lot of people are treating me unfairly and stuff. People don't respect me. I don't respect anybody, to be honest with you, right? This is why, I want to be better than Michael Jordan, and still nobody respects me, right? And this is why I hate living in the future dates, because we're just gonna keep getting exposed, right? I thought LeBron James was the greatest player of all time, but then now, he's totally exposed, right? I couldn't believe it, man. I think the longer I live, the more I get tortured, to be honest with you, man. Like, I looked at myself in the past, now I look even more pathetic as ever, man. Like, things are getting just more pathetic, and I look even more garbage. This is why nobody respects me, right? Nobody cares about me. This is why, you know, because now this war has made me look really super weak, man. And that's why I'm so easy to get bullied and, you know, targeted now. Now I'm like too much easier. And I try and act tough, but everybody knows I'm a fake tough guy, right? Yeah, it's just unbelievable, man. Craziness happen left and right every single second, man. And every single day the war record gets breaking, you know. Talk about things that are so impossible now. Now they get breaking on a daily fucking basis, man. Just out of nowhere, right? I'm living in a war that doesn't even make sense anymore. That's why I want to get out of this planet. I'm living in a war, right? I don't know, man, but look like, yo, the narratives and the lies has been, yo, brainwashing me. I've been brainwashed by idiots now, you know. Yeah, I say that, you know, like, we've been having a really bad storm. The weather's been crazy. The weather, I remember, you know, like, people even make, you know, I remember Island Boys Production are my, you know, one of my favorite subscribers, you know. And they have to make a damn video about, you know, Florida, you know, hurricanes, right? And they could be dead, you know, to be honest with you, just by doing these savage videos, just because of the weather, right? Human has ruined this planet, right? The entire planet is ruined by humans, and now our generation, you know, future generations, you know, talk about the one that's way lower than me. Because I'm currently Gen Z, but I think the late generation are totally going to get negatively impacted, and I don't think they can live in this world either. So, yeah, our planet is becoming a trash now, man. This entire thing is trash, man. It's trash and pathetic, right? We got these, you know, monopolies here, or these garbage ass, you're fucking pathetics, you know, dominating us. It's embarrassing, man. I'm embarrassed to be alive right now. You know, this is absolutely embarrassing. You know, things like life is just, yeah, I guess it's always unfair, right? The rich keeps continuing to get, you know, more power, and the poor gets poor, and then, you know, more littering, more everything, more problems, you know, it just has been growing. It's not getting better, man. It's not. And I've been watching all over YouTube now, you know. This is why, you know, like, I think social media has been the biggest problem in our lives now, because now we're like isolated from each other, right? And now we don't even like each other anymore, right? We isolate each other. I heard that Gen Z is the loneliest one, in my opinion. Yeah, because right now, you know, like, people used to have a lot more friends, but now your friends has been declining. They only follow you. They don't even see you in person. You are friends of, you know, friends with somebody, you know, that you don't even know, or they follow you because they don't know you personally, right? So that is just the sad, you know, part right there. So, you know, what is this, you know, 2000 era has become, right? Look like, you know, the easier life become, the better technology become, the more pathetic we become, right? I mean, life can just never be, you know, balanced. It just never gets better, you know? Honestly, it doesn't, you know? But yeah, you know, I heard that, you know, and more people are just making accomplishment like crazy, and also, you know, I look over YouTube, look all over the world, and people are still complaining that there's so many laziness going on around here, right? There's so many lazy people, to be honest with you. And I thought that is fake and phony, but it's not, man. If there's still so many lazy people, and if the war record still gets breaking like in a huge record margin amount, like they just annihilate the world record, and you call them lazy and pathetic and nobody respects it. Look like the world record could be broken even much more further than what you're seeing right now, right? Yeah, as human becoming like more creepier and more intelligent. I guess that's why people don't respect breaking world records anymore, because now like human has more capable of doing anything, right? I say that humans are probably are way stronger than aliens, man. And then you talk about the aliens are usually more superior than us, but now we're the aliens now. And then the aliens that take over us, now they have to be way more superior than us, right? All the delusional world that I'm living in, it's coming to real, man. It's coming for real. And this is why I don't want to live this world anymore, because now creature that can come out of nowhere and just kill us in seconds. I'm saying that we're like the biggest animal living on earth, and we're the worst animal that the planet has ever have, right? That's probably an animal that's like, we're the one that's creating all these mess right now, right? And now the blame game goes here and there, right? And looking all over YouTube, internet, now everything is dying. The social media is dying. I mean, talk about the newscast is dying, the sports dying, NBA is dying. Everything is dying right now, right? The NBA has become one of the worst league. NBA is becoming the most pathetic thing in the world, and I'm gonna make a video about it. I will not forget, right after I make the video, I'll be exposing the NBA once again. And everybody on freaking YouTube, on social media is talking about the NBA, right? It's just unbelievable, man. Right? So yeah, this is why 2025 is gonna be like 2020 is gonna be nothing compared to 2025. It's gonna be nothing at the end of the day, right? And even living in my life already is super crazy already. Like, it's unheard of, man. Unheard of. And I thought it's never gonna happen, right? I mean, this is just like unbelievable, man. And now like, because the world is so crazy now, even scientists look like a stupid retardants out there, right? The scientists has looked really stupid. They thought like this is the actual human, but the actual human limit is probably way more, because like I said, there's too many lazy people. There's people that make a lot of mistakes, and now we have technology just to help us just to break the world record, right? The world record was never to be broken, but it's because now people cheated. People technically cheat, but they just outsmart. They just outsmart the system. They outsmart everything, and that's how they accomplish more, right? If you just take away the laziness, if you just subtract that out of the way, then the world is gonna be endless and crazy. It's gonna be endless, man. That's the only thing I want to say right there, right? I get like, I'm just like slurring and blurring all over this video, but I'll just break it down, what the hell I'm talking about, right? Now I see that people in the past are stronger than the people today, man. The people are physically and mentally they're like much stronger than us. Maybe that's why some world record, that was never broken in the past, cannot be broken today, because people in the past are way stronger. And that is a fact. That's a facts, because technology is making us lazier. Technology has poorly, developed our brains and stuff, right? And now, we're living in a world where people make, excuses all the time. I get it. I know a lot of people don't like me. A lot of people hate me. It's okay, man. I'm cool with it, And stop criticizing me. I can make any type of excuses I want. The reason why I love to make excuses is because I'm not allergic to it. It's because, I'm just built different, I'm built different compared to all of you guys, right? And I'll prove to you wrong, that I can do anything I want in this world. And if you don't like my behavior, hop off my channel, right? Yeah, I'll do a lot of things, that, I don't like. I have to cheat the system because, people are just being really unfair, right? They try to cheat on me and all that stuff, and I hate these type of people, and now I want to cheat, just to, having the same amount of advantage, right? Things are just becoming weirder and weirder, like this is insane, like people are now, working, really hard, right? And, finding job and finding things I want now, finding, the things I love and want, is hard now, because there are so many people, that are too competitive, right? Things just has gone really weirder, so let me talk, because now, I don't want to talk about basketball anymore, a lot of people don't watch basketball. Now they go to a sport, they go like NFL, track and field's also dying too, that surprised me, right? I think in the next, few decades, maybe as little as maybe a year or so, I think sports gonna get shut down. I think the entire sport's gonna get shut down, no more track and field, no more Olympic. I don't think the 2028 Olympics not gonna happen, no more basketball, no more this, no more that, because there aren't real professionals anymore, right? I feel like this is why blowouts keeps freaking happening, right? And then politics sucks, I guess that's why a lot of people are like, are tuning out now, because everything's becoming pathetic now, right? And now people get angry easily, and if you don't agree with what people are saying, if you don't agree with them, then they now start hating you, or hating me, or hating whoever that disagrees with them. You have to agree with them on everything to order, for people, to accept you, in their life, right? So that's a big problem right there too. So yeah, there's a lot of people lying stuff, even your close ones or your family one, they don't, I don't even fully trust them anymore, right? And this is why I said that I'd rather, live in the world, by myself, right? Yeah, I think some people want to be lonely that way, so they don't deal with other people's problem, right? I think that's a perfect example. Why don't we just live in our separate own planet, living totally by myself, free from all these problems, right? I just want to live in the free world. That's all I want, because I don't want to deal with motherfucking problems like this, right? Motherfucking dog shit like this, right? And this is why I hate 2025 already. I hate older years, right? I already hate 2024, but even though I hate this year, I want to say this year, forever, is because other years are gonna get worse, right? I mean, if future get worse, then what's the point of going to a future year? You might as well stay in the current year, right? I feel like as I get older, more problems are gonna appear, right? So let me talk about running, as of right now, as I record this video, right? Talk about running. So yeah, the reason why I hate this year so much, the reason why I hate this modern time so much is because now, I'm dealing with injuries, right? There's the biggest reason why I run super slow. I want to run super fast, that I just want to be, the biggest front runner, and I just want to act cocky, or I just want to run so fast, so that way, I want to show people how tough I am and all stuff, right? But yeah, dude, this is the reason why I've been struggling lately, because I've been dealing with, soreness and injury, right? 2024 is insane, man. But I hate 2023 you know, a million times more because I was injured that year, right? 2024 also injured too, but it's not that bad. Just from my injury, I have to suffer this for like months, you know. I mean, 2023 injury, that could have been a permanent injury. I was thinking like, I thought I'm gonna die or something. In 2012, I say that ever since, you know, 2000s here, things are beginning worse, and ever since, you know, 2012, I thought I'm not gonna be alive. I thought I'm not gonna make it out in 2012, man, to be really honest with you. I'm like, why? Obviously, you know, I was 14 years old, you know, at that time. I was between the age of 13, 14, you know. But yeah, 2012 was a really tough year for me, to be honest with you. And now, you know, like, looking at that year, it's like completely nothing. But I still hate 2012. You know, that is my... I do not like 2012 at all. Nothing... There's not a single positive thing in 2012, right? Not a single, man. And that's my really big enemy right there. And now 2024 and 2025 are like 100, I'd say approximately like 20, at least 20 times worse, right? Than 2012. Man, 2012 just drive me insane. And now, you know, 2024 is like, it's like miles worse, right? 2012 is like nothing comparing, you know, to these 2020s era. It's just nothing, man, in my opinion, right? Yeah, and also, you know, because I want to talk about how much I run faster in running, like how fast I could have run, this will actually shock you, you know, if I wasn't stupid and if I have like no injuries, right? The only reason what hinders my performance is because of injuries and me making, you know, stupid ass decision and stupid ass mistake, right? I know what my true capability is, but I never reach there because I just prevent myself from achieving those things, and it's because you know I'm stupid, right? Right? And also people say that, you know, I'm way too hard on myself, on this, that, and that's true, right? And I'm starting to hate these people, you know, that, you know, criticize me, that makes comment on my video. I hate them because they suck my fucking life, right? Why don't you go back to your boring life and deal with your own problem, right? There's so many stalkers in life, man. How do you know if I'm gonna run faster than, you know, than my current like 5K or 10K time? You're no fucking coach. You're not in my life, right? You barely know who I am, right? How does these fucking people know, you know, what my true capability is, right? How do you know that I'm gonna get results? How do you know I'm gonna run faster than, you know, the time, you know, I was garbage? How do you know I do this? How do you know I do that? There's no camera. You got no camera, right? All you do is just listen to this video and you can just make predictions out of it. You fucking weirdo creepos, right? Oh my god, man. Like, these people that's like stuck in my life, these people, you know, that call me stupid and all stuff, they're a million times worse than LeBron fans, right? Yeah, and you ask, like, who the fuck are LeBron fans, right? I mean, bronsexual. LeBron fans are one of the most idiotic fan base in the entire world, not just sport, but in the world, you know. They say nothing good. They're so emotional. They always make excuse for they're the fucking, you know, fake king, right? That is, you know, killing the NBA, killing everyone, right? Technically killing all sport, right? Killing all competition, right? They're fake kings, you know, LeBron sexuals, right? And their fan base are the reason why the NBAs are dying too. So I know that people cannot stand these LeBron fans. And if you like this video, if you comment about LeBron fan, I will make, whether or not you may comment about LeBron fan, I think I should talk about, you know, why LeBron fans are toxic too. So, and they're also very delusional, you know, assuming like they're just kids that just never grow up, right? They're probably like younger than me, honestly, because they sound really stupid. They never been educated, right? I talk about these LeBron fans out there, right? So anyways, go back to this video, and this video will shock you, man. So yeah, I could not believe that I still run faster even with depleted body, right? There are even, disabled or depleted body that's beating me in running, and I train my almost half of my life in running and all stuff, and I'm still losing to a depleted body, right? Even though I deplete my body, I beat myself up. And also I keep blaming my body here and there, I still, still run faster, for no reason, right? I still run faster, even though, yeah, maybe because the food was good, and also maybe the sleep or quality of life was good, right? I feel like, that if I remove myself, if I get rid of the problem, if I stop criticizing myself, suddenly I run faster, right? For no reason. And, people was right about that. And I hate these stupid people, that tell me what I did wrong. No, I know I do not want to take accountability in life, taking accountability in life makes me look stupid, right? I just do whatever I want. If I make a mistake, it's up to me if I want to correct it or not. And I feel like if I don't want to change myself, then I don't want to change myself, I've been, stressed out throughout life here and there, and this is why, I don't want to take any accountability, right? Because, my brain just will not let me learn, I actually want to take accountability in life, but my brain tells me not to do it, right? So, yeah, I can talk nonsense all day and all night, right? And you just, deal with it, right? Just deal with it. So, yeah, I feel like, life is better without me, I feel like people's life is gonna go skyrocketed, right? I think in the next 20 or 30 years, okay, maybe once, more of my family, pass away and all stuff, then maybe a lot more people will not care about me anymore, because I'm just because they think they don't respect me and they think I'm a piece of garbage and all that stuff, right? I don't think a lot of people around my age, they don't respect me, right? They don't. I can tell, They say they love and respect me, but I can tell they do not want to be near me right now, right? That's what I have to say in this video and all stuff, right? Yeah, soon, once everybody's gone, then nobody's gonna care about me, right? That's true, So yeah, and all my haters are probably so fucking happy and popping, fucking champagne, see me getting my ass getting tortured, right? By these fucking years and by these fucking crazy world, right? So, yeah, talk about, the way I train and running, and the way, how I thought my body is useless, so depleted, it cannot do anything in life, but I did not know that I could run as fast as Nick Bear right now in a marathon, right? I might be a little bit slower than Nick Bear, due to my inexperienced training, but with a real coach, that teach me how to run fast and all stuff, and also, without, being on myself, maybe I could have beat Nick Bear in a marathon, right? I get, Nick Bear, is a fucking bodybuilder, he just want to show the whole world, say that, you cannot make any more excuses, usually marathoners are just skinny runners, right? I mean, you can be a bodybuilder, you can do, many things at the same time and still, accomplish, with your disadvantages. That's what Nick Bear is trying to show you. Yeah, you have, so much disadvantages in your life, you can still accomplish things that you can never do, right? And that's true, even, whether you live in the delusional world or not, right? I can't believe, a fucking bodybuilder runs a sub 240 marathon, and that was just a year ago, right? I'm pretty sure there were, people that are much heavier than him. They run a lot faster than him, right? So, yeah, looking at the result in the past, like I said, I don't want to contradict myself, but people in the past were stronger than people right now, right? And And I get that Nick Bear should not be surprised if he sub a 2:40 marathon. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Bear sub a 2 hours and 20-minute marathon, right? That should not be surprising to me. And you think that I'm the craziest fucking person in life that I need to go see a therapist, all that stuff? No, I'm not. That's not being delusional, If you don't know how fast the 2:20 marathon is, that's about a 5:20 mile pace, right? I'm like, how can this person, be extremely heavy and run that and sprint for that long, Well, that's because, there was people in the past, that do run really fast, like Nick Simmons and all stuff, right? Nick Simmons has been looking really heavy and he can still run really fast. He can probably still, outrun me, easily, right? But not for like marathon. But if he built all his fast twitch muscle into slow twitch muscle, then he's gonna beat a lot of elite runner, even despite being heavy and all stuff, right? So you got Nick Bear, that's slightly shorter than me, he's 5'10", but I just call myself 5'11", whatever. Who cares about what my status is? At the end of the day, I'm still gonna destroy you guys, right? And right, I still destroy myself in running, right? Destroy myself. And this is what drives me nuts, man. Like, I could not believe that I have a capability of running a 6-minute mile pace. I remember I made a video of like, why I just want to get out of this crazy bizarre world. I thought I can hold a 6-minute mile pace, for 15 miles, but I never did it because I'm, like I said, I just hinder myself, I destroy myself, right? Without destroying myself, I thought that I will run a 6-minute mile, a 5:59 minute per mile pace or a sub 6-minute mile pace for like 15 miles only. I thought that I can only last that long in 2 hours 24, but yeah, according to my watch and according to the run calculator, it say that that I would run a sub 6 minute mile pace for at least 20 miles. Can you believe that, man? I remember back in high school and all stuff, for 4 or 5 years I've been struggling to run a 6-minute mile pace. I just run 1 mile really fast and I'm barely subbing a 6-minute mile, right? And I didn't know that I can hold that for 20 miles, man, with this same type of body, But I said, I have to utilize my talents and stuff, right? I didn't know that I could run a really fast mile, and convert that to a marathon pace. That is fucking insane, man. And a lot of people hate running, man. Running is super tough, I did not know that you can convert your 1 mile pace into a marathon. And eventually it might even go up to 100 miles. And that is ludicrous, man. And that's why I just hate living in this world. That's why, man, humans are like aliens, man. Yeah, this is why life is so much better without me. I think that if my body removes me, then my body can be more successful without me, right? And that's true. That's what people are saying right now. I fucking hate that, man. I fucking hate that. I couldn't believe it, man. Right? And I thought man, I could not believe, this result is actually happening, I talk about, so how fast is a 6-minute mile pace for 20 plus miles? So technically you're gonna have to run 20 miles in under 2 hours. My body can train and have a capability that by doing all these right things I can run 20 miles in less than 2 hours, man. That's insane. So my predicted time of my 20-mile run, with very proper training, will be 1 hour and 59 minutes and 54 seconds, or maybe faster, right? I just, calculating my, my body without beating up myself, I say that I will run, 15 miles in 5:59, minutes per mile pace for just 15 miles alone. 2024, I mean, this could have happened, you know, but it never did. But 2024 is not even fucking ended yet, you know. It was like mid 2024, yo, around like summer, yo, I could run like 15 miles in like some 6-minute mile pace, 15 miles, and then suddenly, you know, like I get stronger and feel more good. Then suddenly I can now, you know, do this all in the same, you know, in a 6-month span, right? I could not believe that I got stronger this fast. I thought in 2024, you know, like the maximum miles I could run 6-minute mile pace is only up to 15 miles, but it can actually go to 20 miles, you know. Because I remember in 2019, you know, like I only ran a 6-minute mile pace for only like, I only ran, you know, under a 6-minute mile pace for only like 2 miles maximum, but somehow at the end of the year, it got up to like 4 miles. So I just suddenly doubled my stamina, you know, for out of nowhere, you know, come from, you know, 530, you know, mile pace down to like 505. So yeah, 2019 was like the last moment, you know, where things are about to shot and craziness, and this is why 2020 was very ridiculous, man, really fast. 2020 looks ridiculous. It's very ridiculous, man. And that's why a lot of people still hate 2020 till this day, man. Right? 2019 was actually preparing us for 2020. 2019 is a little fun, but then, you know, 2020 kicked in and things are never normal since then. Never normal. Just 25 years into this century, and now it just has gone a lot worse, right? I feel like 2025 is gonna get stronger and worse than 2024. 2025 is gonna beat 2024 regardless, man. I don't care how bad 2024 is, but 2024 cannot compete 2025, and that's a known fact right there, right? What do you mean? Like, okay, like being positive or not, you know, like even thinking positive, you know, 2025 is gonna outbeat 2024. I don't care what you say. I don't care what comments say and stuff. I don't care what people say at the end of the day, you know. And I'm gonna be right about this. I'm gonna be right, you know. And 2024 will look like a fraudulent year, right? Man, I talk about 2024 is way stronger than 2020. 2020 beat the living shit out of me, man. Like 2020 was beating me to death, you know. No, 2012 was actually beating me to death, and then 2020, like, boom, you know, destroyed me in nanosecond, and 2024 destroyed me from the face of the living planet, right? And people are so happy that the year 2020, year 2024, and all these older years, you know, are now, you know, gonna destroy me. I'm getting destroyed left and right, and I couldn't not believe it, right? Yeah, I did not know that I can make this accomplishment all in 1 year, you know, holding 6-minute mile pace for 15 miles, and then, you know, suddenly, you know, 20 miles, all in that same 2024 year that I could have done this accomplishment. I could not believe it. I'm like, why is this? So here's the evolution of my running, right? So just about 10 years ago, you know, I can only run 2.4 kilometers or 1.5 miles in just over 10 minutes, right? Or around like 9:50, right? Yeah, and back in high school, yo, I look so pathetic and sore loser, you know. I mean, I can only hold like a 7-minute mile pace or 640 minutes per mile pace for, I only run a 640, you know. I run a 640 minutes per mile pace for only like 1.5 miles, right? And then, you know, my single 1 mile time was only like a 630 or 620-ish mile pace, right? And it's looking way worse than 2012. 2012, I almost sub a 6-minute mile, and then 2013, you know, I tell you, like, the crazy of how my life has become crazier, the evolution of it. That's why I talk about my running accomplishment. 2013, I only run like my mile time was no faster than a 5:55, to be honest with you, right? February of 2013, I ran a 5:57, right? And then, you know, high school, I got down 5:55. Maybe there was a 5:49, but I don't remember like my mile time ever get past 5:40 or 5:45, right? And then suddenly 2016, I still goof around, still don't know my real mile time. And then in 2017, I'm running just 12 minutes, for 2 miles. That's still over a 6-minute mile pace. And I'm still running like maybe 5:40, 5:30. And then 2018, things get really, really messed up right there, 2018, I'm running 10K in just under 41 minutes, right? That's probably approximately a 6:35, 6:30 pace right there, and then I'm running like 5 times. My running endurance has become 5 times greater than it was in 2014. That was like back in 2018, right? That's the time, like everything went perfect right there, stuff, and I'm running like literally over just around 740 minutes per mile pace, for 20 miles. And then and then that's like the first time where I run under a 7-minute mile pace. I'm starting to run I'm starting to run every mile around 656, faster than the 6:59 minutes per mile pace, for like 10 miles back in 2018, right? And then my single mile has got down, my fastest mile time was like 5:19 back to us 18, and 2019 has been gone really insane. Mile time became a 5:05, running 4 miles in like 23 minutes and 54 seconds again. And then my 5K run time was just 19 minutes flat, right? And 2020, like my 10K, like my fastest 10K, I say that most of my PR distance running was still most of it in 2020 and has not improved. And it could, and now looking back at 2020, like 2020, I could have easily beat those records. I could have like easily beat this in the landslide, but I did not because of my pathetic genetic and behavior that that's been setting me back up for years. And now I start running a sub 5-minute mile, right? I thought I would never sub a 5-minute mile because back in high school, that's the thing, like every time I run in a race, I always go like 90% slower than my goal race time. So let's say for example, I will say for example, I'm supposed to run 10 miles per hour, for this at my average speed, right? And my average speed is slower than 9 miles per hour, right? Every time I get beaten by, every time I fail my goal and get beaten by a margin of like more than at least 9% or slower when it comes to running, right? So yeah, this is why, like let's say I could have done this, I could have done that, right? I know it's like a bit confusing, right? I know that I did ran a 10K this year at Pleasanton. My fastest 10K time in 2022 was the time of 37:59, and my 10K time has dropped down to like 41:57. That my speed has dropped down from 100 to 90% as usual. Back in 2014, where I could get an 8:59, for the sophomore boom. 8:59, 10:02, that's still a 9% difference, right? And then, for my mile time, my fastest mile time this year around August was around 5:15 to 5:19. And my mile time, by timing this, my margin by like 9%, my mile time this year would have been a 4:46 or 4:47. So that's just another thing. It's like, how on fucking planet I run a sub 6-minute mile pace? I could run 6-minute mile pace for like 20 miles, but then and still cannot break a 4:45 mile. Yeah, my life is a curse, man. It is, I thought that I would run a 4:30 mile. That's how crazy the world is, but I don't think life is that ridiculously crazy. I don't think my body cannot run. I don't think my body can run that fast, but not a 4:30 mile pace, not 4 minutes and 30, not 4 minutes and 30 second, mile, for 1 mile. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could run that pace, for a certain distance, but definitely not for 1 mile. Even, living a perfect life, I still will not run that in a single mile in 2024. There's no way. Like, my mile time will not even go under 4:45. It will not even go under, right? Mile time could not even go under 4:45, and still able, to run, marathon around 2:40 or sub, 2 hours, for 20 miles, right? And because I say this, because let's say that, my body can handle, a 20-mile runs and under a 6-minute mile pace. That is just crazy coincidence saying that, like a person can actually break a 2-hour marathon barrier. While a person runs, a marathon in another 2 hours, which is 26 miles by Eliud Kipchoge or whoever the fuck that is, and then suddenly I run 20 miles. So that person would have been like only 6 miles ahead of me, right? Only 10K ahead of me. 20 miles plus 10K, that's actually the whole marathon thing, right? That's why it's called marathon, It's easy. You have 20 miles plus that, and that's the total distance of a marathon, right? Excuse me, I just burped there, right? So yeah. So I've been following, track and field, really closely, and I see like this person named, Gout, that guy is like 9.5 years younger than me, and he's running a world record now, and he's beating Usain Bolt, right? I know that Usain Bolt is, man, the way I've been running so crazy that, that I might even beat Usain Bolt. That's how crazy it is. But no, it's not going to get to that level, Probably not, But Gout, nobody can beat Usain Bolt except for Gout, right? If you don't know who Gout is, search up, in total running production and all stuff. And Gout is the only person that can beat Usain Bolt. And if he's gone, like Kelvin Kipton, then the future is just no hope in track and field, right? He can probably say track and field right now, right? Just like, Victor Wembanyama, the giant, skinny, skeleton, sorry to insult you, Victor Wembanyama, right? He's the only guy who can currently save the NBA right now, right? Luka Doncic, I don't respect this guy, right? I don't respect any NBA players, to be honest with you, right now, right? So yeah, so for track and field, I'm happy for Jakob Ingebrigtsen, for breaking, the 3-kilometer record, or breaking the 2 record mile run, and also but almost broke a world record mile run, right? I know that Hicham, El Guerrouj, is the king of all this marathon runner. I mean, just imagine, so Hicham El Guerrouj, is better than Jakob Ingebrigtsen in track and field. If he had, the same amount of treatment and technology and nutrition like, Jakob is, he will beat Jakob for damn sure, right? Jakob has no chance of beating Hicham El Guerrouj ever in his life, right? And it's a fact, and that's my opinion. Jakob Ingebrigtsen is never better than, Hicham El Guerrouj. People in this era cannot be Hicham El Guerrouj when it comes to distance running, right? Cannot beat him. Even Eliud Kipchoge is nothing to him, right? This is why I'm saying that this planet is so crazy, right? You cannot beat the people in the past, like the Egypt, like people build a giant ass pyramid, super smart math and stuff, but somehow, they just get destroyed by, some crazy maniac leader, by crazy maniac animals, right? Yeah, speaking of animal, now, we will have giant ruling the world, aliens and giants are coming to this planet to destroy us and eat us, man. That's why I don't want this planet, because now, I'm living in this dangerous world, wow. This planet is inhabitable, right? I know that the tallest man is only 8'11" stuff, but now we'll see a real life giant, and they can kill us in seconds, because all they do is just stomp all over us, and they can grab and just eat us, right? Everything that's fake now is becoming real life, and I feel like that's gonna destroy us. You know, we're gonna become extinct like very soon. But yeah, I know that it sounds all crazy stuff and all these you know, fake creatures or your fictional character that's coming to life. I know that those destroys, but I think the only way to stop that is only by nuclear war, right? This is why I don't want, you know, war 2025 come, because there's a chance of World War III, right? There is a chance, right? You know, now countries are fighting, you know, and all stuff, and you know, after one war ends, then another war starts, and here ended, and another war starts, right? It's just crazy, you know. All these crazy stuff that I'm saying that I don't respect until you beat me by a huge margin, and somehow, you know, this came to my existence, right? And this came, you know, this came for real, you know. For example, yo, that stupid retarded, yo, Dylan Brooks say that I don't respect anyone until they give me 40, right? And then, yo, he did got us 40 at the end of the day, right? I don't want to be like Dylan Brooks now, you know. I don't respect myself until, you know, you beat me by 40 times, you know. Guess what? I have, you know, my main, you know, square one, you know, endurance has increased by like 40 times greater. And I, see, this is why I don't want to, this is why I just want to go to hell, because I do not want to see my running pace, you know. I do not want to see like my 100-mile, you know, running pace to become, you know, faster than my, you know, 1 mile single run, right? You know that running 100-mile versus 1 mile, the 100-mile run average speed should never be as fast as 1 mile. Should never, ever see that, right? Period, man. Fucking period. Because that is absolutely crazy, man. One of these days, you know, like, if this thing keeps getting crazier soon, you know, like, I could run 100 times longer than I did, you know, back in 2014. And I'm like almost there right now, you know. But no, yo, mistake, so that's why it's not even close, right? You saw, yeah, by running a 4:45 mile and by running, you know, 20 miles faster than a 6-minute power pace, and running, you know, 20 miles in under 120 minutes or 2 hours, I run like 40 times longer than I did, or 40 times better than at least 40 times better than I did, you know, back in high school. 40 is insane, man. And I say, yeah, I don't respect stuff till I get 40, and I actually increase my running and make my running 40 times better, right? Everything is a 40 now, right? I know that 2020, you know, has beat my worst ranked performance by like 10 times, but 2024 it's had quadrupled, man, to 40, and 2022 is just double, right? Yeah, 2022 is not that bad. I thought it's gonna be a really bad year, but 2022 seems not to be bad at all when you compare it to right now, right? How crazy it is, right? 2022 is just only half as crazy as 2024, right? Only half. Why is that? Because I could run 10 miles and, you know, could have run 10 miles in, you know, under 1 hour, right? Because I did run a 6:07 minutes per mile pace back in Pleasanton, you know. I feel like I still can make a lot of improvement there. So yeah, eventually, you know, yeah, that's why. I mean, that's why, you know, running 10 miles in 2022 looks very possible to run under 1 hour, right? Looks very possible, but it didn't happen. I'm not being the loser, right? So my 10 miles run in 2022 would have been around like 59 minutes, right? No faster than that, right? But 2024, it's about 3 minutes faster. So right around 57 minutes, that's like a 5:42 minutes per mile pace. God, that is like Charlie Lawrence, you know, like 50-mile, you know, world record, you know, mile pace, right? I know that Charlie Lawrence runs, you know, like 50 miles around 5:46, but I could run faster than that for only like maybe like 10 or 11 miles at most, right? But his 50-mile, you know, world record pace is faster than my single 1 mile run in 2024. But 2024, it got better, you know, so I definitely could beat Charlie Lawrence, you know, average pace for like 50 miles. Definitely could outrun a 5:46 minutes per mile pace for like 1 mile. But if everything goes perfect, then I would have beat a 5:46. I would beat my worst mile time by exactly 1 minute. By around 1 minute to be exact, right? That is crazy, man. Beating my mile time by like 1 minute, under a 6-minute mile pace is embarrassing, man. That is extreme dominance. I just want to live in a world where it's more competitive, but now, competition has actually died, People are not only being by like small margin, but people are the people are losing by a record margin, man. Like they're getting like blowouts, just like NBA, The blowouts are insane, man. They're becoming like huge, Yeah, this is why I hate living in Spain, because blowouts are insane, man. They're fucking insane. In running, I even blow myself out, blow myself out, my head out of the water, right? Yeah, everything is a blowout now. Everything has to be a blowout. But I just want everything, stay the same, so that way, we live in a world, there's no problem, right? I mean, my 2024 performance compared to a performance I couldn't done in 2014, like the blowouts are insane, The running performance and the time difference is like, the performance has gone like 40 times better. That is a huge margin right there. That is definitely a serious problem, man. A serious. And it's only gonna get worse, right? Like, I thought that running is so easy, but man, as soon as you get under like a 6-minute mile pace, every second is about uphill, right? Just imagine, you run 20 miles for like 6-minute mile pace, right? And suddenly now you only want to run 1 mile, and you don't even run 75 seconds faster. You don't even. And it's not even guaranteed that you'll run 1 minute faster. Not even a guarantee. That's how crazy the world has been, right? So yeah, I don't know what's the human true capability. Is because of the stupid problem and stupid lazy. The word lazy has to be in this equation now, right? Imagine just removing the problem and the lazy out of the equation, things will only get faster, right? Usain Bolt runs 100 meters in 9.58 seconds. Gao can probably beat that, right? I think that the human top speed, I say an average person is like 15 miles per hour, right? 15 miles per hour is the top speed of a human, but Usain Bolt is almost twice as fast as that. And I feel like, saying that with technology and much more, improvement, and people take drugs and all that stuff, I say that the human top speed, I heard that scientists say that human top speed can run up to like 40 miles per hour, which I never seen, but I say that people run almost 30 miles per hour, right? I mean, this is why I also hate living this world, because it's scripted and all that stuff, right? So, oh my God, the craziness is, it's unbelievable, right? And then, I just wanted to say before I end this video, I want to say that, that the fastest mile time by a bodybuilder was like 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Like, how do you know this? It's Bruce Jennings, right? That, that guy, transgender, into woman stuff. I mean, the AI say that he is not a bodybuilder. AI is another big problem of, like, why, our life will suffer in our future, because AI is actually the alien, has AI. That is called artificial intelligence. Has, the word alien in it. So, yeah, the artificial intelligence is very dangerous, and it can take over the world. That is a really dangerous, technology. That is very dangerous. And it is I honestly have to be honest, but that is more dangerous than social media. That is way more dangerous than even people are there. AI is very dangerous, man. Right? It's making all these weird predictions, right? Does all these weird stuff, It's just like attention, right? So yeah, that's the only thing that can destroy human and the aliens. And all these creatures is probably the AI, right? But AI is not too dangerous right now, but it will be in the future, right? I'm telling you this right now. So yeah, this man living in this world is looking very scary right now, right? So yeah, I say that the fastest mountain by a bodybuilder was, I think this bodybuilder runs a marathon in like sub 2 hour and 15 minutes, right? That's 135 minutes. So how fast is that? That's like running sub 10 minutes per mile pace, for like that long, for over 26 miles, right? I say that Nick Bear could have probably done that, right? Yeah, because like a garbage person like me, talk about a regular person that I could run a sub 6 minute mile pace for 20 miles like no problem. Nick Bear could have run. Nick Bear's always faster than me, so he should have run marathon, even with over 200 pounds, like 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I mean that the real human can definitely run under 2 hours for sure, right? And I forgot to mention that the woman also broke a 2 hour and 10 minutes marathon. That's like a 457 minutes per mile pace, so that's also unbelievable, right? So here is another part video, of sorry there was a big pause right there because I just had to stop recording just for like one moment and stuff. But anyway, I want to talk about the world's strongest man, right? The world's strongest man can only lift like 500 pounds, but there are people that can lift like way more weights than that. There are people. So I saw this guy on your YouTube and all stuff, and he just deadlift like over 1 ton, just like maybe a couple inches off the ground, right? This is how crazy ridiculous this world has become. So every now and then I have to update about this, just see like how much crazier has we gotten, right? I thought that there's no human on this planet will ever lift 1 ton, right? If you don't know how heavy 1 ton is, that is 2,000 pounds in perspective right there. Like ever since I was child stuff, I thought like 1 ton was like 1,000 pounds, but it's actually double the weight, so it's 2,000 pounds or approximately almost 900 kilograms, right? So there are people actually in the past like they can lift like 2 tons or 2 cars, right? I see that there's this man on his back lifting with equipment. He lift like 2 cars on his back, right? That I think even a gorilla without being trained cannot even do that, right? So yeah, I don't know like why humans are strong as gorillas right there. That's ridiculous. Some human may be even stronger than lions or a gorilla. This is why I'm not looking towards this is another reason why I don't look towards 2025, right? That is another reason right there, because that is crazy, man, right? Like just imagine people are just as strong as gorilla or even stronger than an ape, right? Oh my goodness, man. Right, I think his name's like Paul Anderson and something like that, but man, he lifts a lot of weight, right? I heard that it was like 2,000 kilograms or something like that, right? Man, that is very concerning, and that is very crazy, man, right? I see people has pushed way past their limit, man. And this is why people keep injuring themselves and all stuff, right? Yeah, this is the word that doesn't make any sense anymore. Now, like all of a sudden running become like a sprint now, right? I thought that running long distance you're supposed to be walking and slowly jogging, but man, it's more like a sprint just to beat the world records. It's becoming like a sprint now, man. That is insane, You have to like sprint, for like many hours just to beat the world record, or just to beat that, or just to make sure you beat every single human on this planet, right? That is ridiculous, man, right? people wasn't even close to sub 2 hour marathon. But now, you know, people could definitely run well under 2 hours, you know, well under, you know, right? And now, you know, whoever run the 2:15 marathon, now I wonder, like, how fast will they run a mile, right? Don't know, but it'll probably be, you know, close to sub 4 minute, probably very close now, but it still won't be under 4 minute, right? So having a 4 minute mile is impossible for anyone, or even sub 6 minute miles is already impossible, right? It's somehow, you know, like my body has capability of, you know, doing it for like 20 plus miles. That's really gonna break down your body, right? So yeah, I recommend, you know, people not to run, you know, marathon, because I'm not, you know, setting up the limit here, but it's just not good for your body, man. That is just not good, bro. Right? And I forgot, you know, to put this in my evidence of like why I could have done this, why I couldn't done that, and why I could have run a mile, you know, just over 4:45 minutes, right? That's because I ran my fastest 800 meters in 2:05 or 2:07, right? I'm like, where was that evidence, right? It was recorded in 2022, right? My original plan is to run, you know, half a mile and another 2:15, but somehow, you know, my GPS recorded, or my watch accidentally recorded, saying that, you know, I actually ran like 2 minutes in like half a mile, and like it doesn't make any sense. So I kept running, you know, and spraying, make sure, you know, I get, you know, the half mile distance covered, and it was recorded as 2:07, but it was recorded to me I ran like 0.52 miles, right? And I don't believe what the fucking watch says. Sometimes, yeah, the GPS does get fucked up sometimes, you know. So if you can run your 800 meters around 2:07 or 2:05, according to that watch, your mile time could have been under 4:40. And that is really insane. To see, this is the reason why, you know, I believe I could run a 6 minute mile pace like really easily and for like many hours. That is the only reason why I believe in myself, right? That was the evidence right there. That was the proof, you know. People think that this is I'm talking nonsense about my accomplishment, but no, you know, right? Usually your 800 meter time is significantly slower than your mile time, but it's only like 90% difference, but not like 80 or 70%, right? Unless if you're old or you have, you know, a depleted body, then, or unless, you know, like you can only spread the 800 meter, but then you can never spread a mile. Unless your body was built different, then for sure you will never, you know, get that accomplishment goal, right? You have to remember that I almost ran a sub 4 minute mile pace for like half a mile. I almost did that, man. And I should have filmed it, but I did not, because it's just unexpected, right? And that's why I hate, you know, living this world, because too much unexpected things happens, you know, right? Yeah, I mean, I see that lots of, you know, 430 or 440 miles, you know, professional, you know, run around, you know, like 205, you know, 800 meter, right? My fastest 800 meter, it said was like 203, but that cannot be true, man. It has to be around 207, 208. But I'm not sure if that's exactly true, but I suspect it has to be at least 207. It has to be, or slower, right? It has to be. So, and then you got Alex Sorokin, you know, like, I know that eventually a human will accomplish running, you know, I know that running 100 miles in 24 hours is super incredibly hard, but this person did like 200 miles in a day, right? I know that that record was never broken, but it could have been broken, but nobody does ultra marathon because it's so fucking boring and all that bullshit, right? Alex Sorokin, you know, I highly respect that man, and he's way better than these, you know, professional, you know, NBA, you know, piece of shit, right? This guy is triple my age when you look his body, right? He never has run in his life. He only run like 10 years of life. People who are better, who are supposed to be better runners than him, you know, they have to train like 20 or 30 years, and they cannot be better than this guy, right? And there are women can't run it, that can easily outrun this guy, and this guy runs a damn 715 minutes per mile pace for like 200 miles. That is insane right there. And he's the only guy that can break all the ultra marathon record currently, Alex Sorokin, right? He was got them all, but he was born in 1981, so he should be around 43, right? He's definitely way too old for running right now, even at the age of 43, right? The way he looked right now, he was really fat. What's up? That's how crazy war is. Like, some people was like really obese, like they will double, triple their weight. All of a sudden they become like slim runner, and they can run better than me, right? They supposed to be slower than me, by the way, right? That guy is out of nowhere. That guy's supposed to be weaker and slower than me when it comes to running, right? It's supposed to be weaker. And this is absolutely nuts, Like, this is why, this is so crazy, man. Alex Sorokin, right? Yeah, he currently holds a world record of like 100 kilometers, the 100-mile distance, and 12 hours, and then the 24-hour running, right? So yeah, there's probably gonna be human that's gonna run under 100 kilometers in less than 6 hours. I know that these record can break easy. Like I said, like nobody ever attempted this. Eliud Kipchoge could break this if he wanted to, but I don't think it's worth it, and I don't think he has that type of endurance. I know he's really endurance, but he never ran 50 miles, and even if he runs 50 miles, he'll probably go run around like averaging 520s easily, man, right? But yeah, his average pace will drop down from like 430 to like 520-ish. If Eliud Kipchoge attempt to break Alex Sorokin's record, right? Yeah, he'll just jog, and have a fun day with him. And that world record doesn't mean any shit to him anyway. So, yeah. A 520 minutes per mile pace will definitely break, Alex Sorokin's record. It will break 24 hours. It will destroy this whole world itself, right? In world record, it'll destroy everything, man. Right? So, yeah, 520 minutes per mile pace. Nobody runs that fast, right? Even 100 meters, that can be struggling for even just an average person. That can even be struggling. So, I didn't know the average person runs like 100 meters around 17, 18 seconds, but yeah, their top speed's around 15 miles per hour. That makes sense. Usain Bolt is like twice as fast as them, so Usain Bolt is also trash and pathetic, but then he's like 6'6", people always love to exaggerate about everything. I love to exaggerate too, so I have to keep saying weird craziness because I have to show you every little detail of like why this war is crazy, right? And also Nick Bear is just 5'10", but suddenly he grew to 6'1", right? I watch Nico Fesh, one of his followers, Nick Bear's follower, he say that Nick Bear is now 6'1". Like, did he just grow? I cannot believe that you can still grow in your 30s, right? And haven't still hit puberty. Yeah, there was this one, fat white boy, on YouTube. I don't know his name, so I have to call him Fat White Boy because he still looks like a 12 years old and he still haven't hit his puberty. So that means that, yeah, he's probably gonna be, really, really tall. A lot of people are now, getting tall for like no reason now, right? So yeah, lots of abnormal things are gonna happen in this world, that we're seeing right now, right? So yeah, so it's absolutely ridiculous, right? So let me talk about Jakob Ingebrigtsen, right? Jakob Ingebrigtsen, fast mile time 3:43. Then his 2-mile run average pace is around 3:57, which is a 7:54 for 2 miles. Then he beat the 3K record this year, which is not surprising. Like if he wanted to be Hickam Elbridge for sure, he's probably gonna have to run his 3K, time in 7:10 or faster. Even 7:10 still won't guarantee beat record. That's how ridiculous it is, That's how ridiculously crazy that is, Like you can run your 3,000 meters in 7:10 and still not beat the world record in a mile. Still will not, still be unqualified. I mean, he ran a 7:17, but he should be at least 7 seconds faster. He could have been 7 seconds faster. Despite like Jakob is 98%, healthy, so he's still missing a few percent due to injury and all that stuff. And this guy has some issues, honestly, a lot of issues that people point out, and I do believe them. And it is not clickbait. It is not, a narrative, right? So yeah, it's just unbelievable. And the oldest person that's currently alive right now, is probably around, like, believe it or not, I thought that all the person that was born in the 1800s I thought that they all went extinct, but some of them are actually still alive right now. I thought Emma Moreno, the person that was born in 1899, the last person of that century, is dead. But maybe the person that born in her year, around her years, are actually still alive, but they just cannot move and they're so blind, right? Because they're so old. I mean, if you're born in 1899 and still alive, you'll be 125 years old right now. 125. So yeah, you're gonna be extremely low, and but then you just cannot move at all. You're just immobile because you're paralyzed. It's not your fault. You're just aging. You're just way too old in age. So yeah, I believe that this person's war that's like 120 years old, or even 150 years old, and they should have been dead like years ago. Years. Everything is just crazy. Everything is just scripted, and rigged. Because when the sport's rigged, everything is scripted, So this is why, certain events and certain things happen just based off of numbers, It is super scripted, right? It's just like, what happened, to Kobe Bryant. He passed away, right? The reason why Kobe Bryant passed away is because of LeBron James, Just because, everybody hates LeBron, LeBron surpassed Kobe. Then once LeBron surpassed Kobe, then here goes, Kobe Bryant, losing his life. It's just very scripted, The script just reads everything of what prediction will happen in the future, right? 2020 is going to be the biggest disaster because it's a 6-6 punishment. The 6-6 is a sufficient number, and 2020, it's going to be a big disaster, big fat, disaster right there. So yeah, unbelievable.